Alrighty, I'm ready. If it's Friday night video gaming time, then it's time for me. Hello, boss Stormgate. That's very close to Baka Stormgate, but I don't think that's you, unless you change your name. Got multiple Stormgate accounts. Makes me happy that a lot of you guys are already excited, even if I still think it's gonna take a little while. CobbleStone is ready, Lorimbo's ready, I'm ready. I'm going to be alone tonight. There will be no other streamers watching these games since everybody's focusing on the regionals, but that's fine. It is CobbleStone who wanted this match to happen. Thank you, Mark, by the way, mate, for joining us. I really appreciate it. Twitch Prime, vamos. Wait, I have to hide my chat, by the way. I already muted my alerts, but I also have to hide my chat. Bam, there we go. You know, bye. I'm now very eager to help you a little bit, and then see if you can take his Terran the next time, which I believe is doable. Alright, the nerds are ready. Lorimbo is the higher ranked player. Lorimbo should be the favorite, but Lorimbo is also a very gimmicky player. And these two are friends. CobbleStone should be very familiar with a lot of his antics. And CobbleStone is the one who said, Roddy, just give me Lorimbo. Alright, mate. If you want to call someone out and make it happen in the Big Brain Bouts, we can absolutely do that. I think it's going to be a fun one. Let's go ahead and have some fun. Of course, there's the Spring Regionals, and I want you guys to know that it's more than okay to talk about the Spring Regionals. Feel free to give me updates or talk to me about crazy games that are happening in the ESL tourney. But our focus obviously is going to be on the Big Brain Bouts, but feel free to talk about whatever you want. And officially, a very happy birthday to our man Lethal_BB, who has turned 52 today, guys. 52, what a man.
Let's get it on. Round 1.
Oh, 42, guys.
Fight.
42. So old, I just lost track. Bottom left side, we are looking in the main base of our French Protoss, famous for his cobble moments. And I'll be honest, he's had a cobble moment or two on my stream as well. Some good, some bad. I'm excited to see what he's going to bring out this best of 5. It's CobbleStone. Went to a Home Story Cup once, or maybe multiple times. I think he had fun. Seems like a nice guy. Top right side, an Italian Zerg. He has also been to a Home Story Cup or two. If you guys have ever watched his stream, you'll know that he's very energetic and animated. He's a lovely, very lively character. It is a Lorimbo. Lorimbo games don't last very long. I can tell you guys that much. That's why I was okay with it starting a couple minutes later too. Because Lorimbo is the kind of Zerg that likes to build hatcheries on the other side of the map. Will come up with weird spine crawler rushes, Zergling floods, maybe a quick lair into a Hydra all-in. But whatever he does, most of the time it hits hard and it hits early. How old is ShoWTime now? 43, I believe. I think ShoWTime said he was 1 year older than Lethal. Fiont is very familiar with Lorimbo and says that he's going to go for a queen walk. That's a very early call that you've made here. I think Cobble is pretty standard, but I'm obviously not mega familiar with him. It's not somebody that I get to see every single week. But I assume that Cobble is going to try to keep these games somewhat standard. Open up with Stargates, make some oracles, take it from there. And Lorimbo is just going to do Lorimbo things. Is Lorimbo the Stormgate player? Yes, he's a Stormgate player. He's a zero space player. Actually, believe it or not, Lorimbo was bragging the other day that he is a top 15 player in both games. So a Grandmaster League Zerg and a top 15 player in both games. And, as you guys know, yesterday some information got released on !Secret. He's also bragging about how good he is in that game already. So, if you have to believe Lorimbo, guys, he's just great at everything. This drone is going to morph into an extractor, and that's going to keep it safe. A couple of links, by the way. We already have 2. He's going to go all the way up to 8. But now he's making more drones. I'm going to try to analyze Lorimbo, and I feel like I'm going to regret this. On Cobble's side, everything is standard, by the way, so far. We have a Stargate Oracle on the way. That is what we expect. Lorimbo isn't going to take the forward base. This is obviously a useful base to take because of, and I quote Demu, a very rich Vespian, guys. Not just rich, guys, but some of them are very rich. And yeah, starting to think of what Fion said. Where Fion says this is going to be a queen walk. It could very well be. Hello, Guitar King, by the way. What's the MMR? Lorimbo probably like 5-1, 5-2, CobbleStone 4-8, 4-9. So we can, to make it easy, say that both players are around 5,000 MMR. This is actually a pretty good start, by the way, by Cobble. The first 2 adepts grab 4 drones. Hey, that's pretty sweet. That's honestly something that I will gladly take with my first 2 adepts. There's a small downside to it, and that's that we have no shield battery here. We really need to make sure that this one is on hold position. I like this battery. Now we're going to take a look at this Oracle. Grabs 1 extra worker. Maybe we can shade back, mate. Like, shade back and build a pylon here. Yeah. Look at Cobble. They grow up so quick. I watched the video of Lorimbo on Gemini YouTube, molding about Stormgate balance. It was so funny. I did not see that one, but I believe it. As I said earlier, Lorimbo is a very energetic and animated man. It's pretty good so far what Cobble is doing, man. Cobble's up 10 workers, guys. The only thing I kind of wish he would have done is maybe go up to 3 bases a bit quicker, but Cobble's got a plan. And I think whenever you are at this level, it's not so much about playing how the top Protoss players in Europe play. I don't want to do that though, that's a painful mistake. First big mistake by CobbleStone. You don't have to play exactly like ShoWTime or MaxPax and learn from them and follow them every step on the way. It is more important that you play a style that you're happy with and what your opponent is necessarily expecting of you or what you're supposed to do. Just play whatever makes you comfortable, good. Lorimbo is indeed queen walking. So he's attacking with roaches, ravages. Man, a Dark Shrine would have been so sick here, by the way. If instead of a Templar Archives he goes Dark Shrine, I feel like this is a borderline free win. Because all these queens off creep will never be able to make it home. They're going to be so slow. With a Dark Shrine, CobbleStone would have won. Now please don't lose. Don't go Cobble moment. Do not pull the Cobble moment. Okay. He saves the Warp Prism. Now we need to warp in some units, my friend. Only 1 shield battery is going to make life very difficult here. He has a backup battery. The backup battery is awesome. I like the Stalker warp in. As long as these Archons and Immortals can just keep on firing, I think we are okay. He's up 17 workers. And rebuild the Cybercore. As this Cybercore is going to die, Lorimbo is going to try to end it right here. Battery overcharge is absolutely mandatory. We're going to try to juggle these Archons a little. Shield battery overcharge unfortunately gets picked off. And Lorimbo with a very dirty Roach Ravager build. Couple Zealots in the mix now. Actually, give me some hope here, guys, for CobbleStone. 2 Immortals. An Archon low on HP is getting some very fat and juicy hits off. We cannot lose this Archon, by the way, before the battery's online. And we won't lose it. This is a hold. This looks incredibly dangerous. We don't have Coco's Overcharge quite ready yet. But what we can do is warp in a couple Zealots. And it's not just a hold. It's a straight up win. Cobble! Hey! Now, maybe Lorimbo could have just been happy with killing the gateways in the Cybercore and gone back, but yeah, he thought he was just going to break him there. And it looked very promising for a bit, but the save on that one Archon, the backup batteries, made a big difference. Party invite sent to Aquaron? I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, mate. I have no idea why I just suddenly send a party invite to Aquaron. Yeah, good hold. Very impressive. I was worried. I was like, oh no, if this is going to happen 3 times in this best of 5, and Lorimbo's is going to win 3-0, I'm actually going to be kind of sad that I agreed to this match. But Cobble proves the doubters wrong, proves me wrong, and says, no, Roddy, I've got micro. I can hold, even down 30 army supply. Well done. Ah, spicy start. I love it. Let's see what game 2 is going to be. Now Lorimbo is going to be really fired up. Alright, if you guys really want it, I can play it.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, no, Cobble has put in work. Obviously, the players will always know on Wednesday who they play. There are some very rare occasions where I don't quite get it done on Tuesday. And then I have to make the matches on Wednesday. But 99% of the time, the players already know who their opponent is going to be on Tuesday. So you have basically 3 days to get ready. And especially when you have to play against a Zerg like Lorimbo. It's a bit different, a bit cheesy, a bit weird. Yeah, 3 days can get you ready, perhaps. I'd still be very surprised if CobbleStone wins this series. I'll say that much. Even with the 1-0 lead, I still pick Lorimbo. But he's going to have to step it up a little. Yeah, there is a chance that maybe Cobble is just going to go for this exact opening throughout the entire best of 5, which is not bad. Now, not every map you're going to have safe thirds that are protected by rocks or you have a pocket expand, etc. But if he's just always expecting Lorimbo to be aggressive with a low drone count, it's probably not that bad to open up with a bunch of gateways, quick Archons, a Prism, and obviously the Oracles initially to either deal damage or get some good scouting. Solid start. Can he continue?
Round 2, fight!
What's that box? The box is a Neil chair, matey. An Antros. There we go. Antros chair. Basically, yesterday the first part arrived. That was just the base of the chair. And today the second part arrived. But that's a very big box and it's stuck in the hallway. And yeah, either later tonight after the BBB is done or tomorrow morning we're gonna build it. And with we, I mean Vicky. And me sitting on that couch watching some streams on my television. Vicky's just better at some things. And I am completely okay with it. Top left side, guys, of Golden Aura. We are looking at the main base of the French Protoss taking the 1-0 lead. It's CobbleStone. And he is 12 pulling, and there is a drone heading to the other side of the map. This is the Italian cheesy Zerg that we know and love. It is a Lorimbo. A 12 pull with a hedge block. How should you deal with this, Roddy? I don't know. You can try to go for a full wall off, but it doesn't always easily work. Okay, this actually, I think with one more building here, if you can actually build a building here, this would be a full wall off. We've got one gate, a forge, and a cybercore. Now it is very important. Can he build something here, guys? Please tell me he can. Or would it be here? This is not a nice spot though, because then there's going to be so much surface area. He can cancel the hatch. Careful, Cobble. The hatch could get cancelled, and that's a lot of Zerglings. Just wants to defend like this. I don't know if this is good enough for CobbleStone, but we are going to get a forge. Or a cannon, rather. The forge is already done. Yeah. I think Lorimbo can just expand now, and then it shouldn't be that bad, even if it's a couple of workers behind. I'm very curious to see how this is going to go. We are going to just cancel the hatch at the last moment. The drone is going to go through. Is he going to build a hatch in the main now? So Cobble in the end says, mate, you can have my gate. I don't care. I've already rebuilt my gate. I'm 6 workers ahead. And I'm just going to expand and take it from there. Lorimbo is now also expanding. And dropping a gas. Economically, the game is more than fine for Cobble, obviously. 7 worker lead is pretty damn significant in a 3-minute game. I don't think a game like this is necessarily over. But yeah, if I was Cobble, I'd be pretty happy with this. I kind of thought he would do the drone drill and then attack the Zealot from the back for a bit of extra DPS. Just let the Lynx battle the Zealot. And then even if you lose 4 Lynx, but 4 Lynx make it through, 4 Zerglings in the main base of Protoss, when Protoss has absolutely 0 production, because that first gateway died, is mega annoying. That is probably what I would have tried to go for. But maybe Lorimbo just felt he was going to lose way too many Lynx if he tried to do that. Huh? The Cobble 6k arc. Cobble moments from here on out will only ever mean great things. Insanely ahead enough that he should win if he doesn't throw. No. I do not agree at all. I don't think that players at this level can easily close out a game just because they have a good start. I like the start more for Cobble than I like it for Lorimbo, but to say that a game like this is over, no. Cobble is not MaxPax. Like, he could easily lose this adapt without getting anything, and then that first Oracle could fly into a couple of queens below an HP and it dies. And then all of a sudden we say it's over in favor of Lorimbo. I don't think there is any need to be that dramatic about the early game of 5,000 MMR players. But I'm sure that Cobble is happy with it, and rightfully so. Spore is not done yet though, so the Oracle does have potential. He's gonna pull all the drones away. Hello, hello, hello. Alright, we're gonna send the drones back apparently. Yeah, I did not expect the harass to play out like this, but it did. Cobble moment, I believe, guys. Is this officially a Cobble moment? That's what I would consider a throw now. That's I think that's very silly. I will strongly disagree with you on that. We cannot say that if Cobble does not win this game, it's a massive throw. You're making it seem like he's got 2-2 upgrades, blink, charge, and a dark strike against a hashtag Zerg that's 20 drones behind. Like it's not that bad. There's a lot of potential in the start that Cobble has, for sure. We are supply blocked for a split second, so the War Prism is going to be a little bit later. This time around, the Oracle did get a few drones, by the way. But no, I think there is everything to play for. 3-base Zerg against a 2-base Protoss that doesn't have +1, doesn't have charge. This one is far from over. And it's not fair to Cobble to make it seem that if he doesn't win this game, he really messed up and it's the worst thing we've seen. That would not be right. Lorimbo is going to take the worker lead now for the first time in this game. It is obviously at minute 6, and that's a lot later than a Zerg would ever love to take the worker lead. But the good news for Lorimbo is that I don't think he's in danger of dying anytime soon. Unless Cobble wants to hit with like Archons, Immortals, War Prism and Charge. But Charge has just been fired up. It's going to take a little while before it comes online. That's actually enough links to potentially do some serious work here. At least kill the Adepts, maybe kill that Probe. I don't know if I like the third Adept that just got warped in there. So that's -3 Adepts and a Worker. And the Immortal has been revealed. Lorimbo wants more. Lorimbo now wants the Immortal, but that's not going to work. Because there is a cannon that's going to provide some much needed DPS. Hello? Why do we have one Archon, guys? What is the one Archon harass? I think that is a certified Cobble moment as well. I believe the right number of Archons is 2, not 1. He did get 4 drones, by the way, in his defense. Hey, not everyone is always going to get 4 drones. Slow, high temp. Alright, now he's doing it on purpose, guys. This is actually on purpose. He's like, alright, I'm going to give chat some fun here. If they want to talk about my Cobble moments, I'll give them some Cobble moments. The slow High Templar warp in the back of the natural. He's putting on a show at this point, I'm convinced. He wants that Overlord, and he's going to get that Overlord. I don't think Lorimbo is particularly well known for spreading creep. Perhaps in the tiny Italian village that he lives, but that is about the only place in Europe that he is well known for his creep spread. If Lorimbo is able to connect his first 3 or 4 bases with a couple creep tumors, I'm already very proud of him. I'm like, we're getting somewhere. I like the double Robo setup, by the way, for Cobble on the other side of the map. We saw yesterday in Christiana versus Lambo how powerful a double Robo Storm setup can be here in this best of 5, where the winner... Hello? Well, what has an Archon ever done, Cobble? Alright, you guys can say it, I won't say it. I'm not gonna go there. You guys can go there, I'm not gonna go there. Alright, French Protoss, guys, Cobble. Maybe getting a little nervous, and that's okay as well. Not every single day as a 5,000 MMR player do you have the chance to win $60 playing Starcraft. You're taking the 1-0 lead, you have an alright start to game 2. He's still more than in this game. I would really love to see this Prism indeed get recalled. I don't even know why it went back, by the way. I don't think that was quite the play. Yeah, you need this Prism at home defensively so you can juggle these Immortals a little. I think Cobble's army is more than powerful enough to win this fight, especially near battery overcharge. We start this fight off with a couple of monstrous storms. Look at Cobble. Alright, now look at Cobble. He's moved commanding all of his High Templars into the Roach Ravager army. But I think 5 Immortals is more than good enough to wipe the floor with the army of Lorimbo. And Lorimbo just had enough of it. If Lorimbo does not win the game with his first attack, he says, I'm out of here. It's 2-0. Look, it's 2-0 Cobble. 2-0 Cobble. I don't think that the game had to end there at all if you're Lorimbo, but... Alright. We're not there yet. It is a best of 5. The winner of the best of 5 will get the W in the Big Brain Bouts. The illegal act points. The $60. Cobble is cooking. This is not what I expected at all. I'll be dead honest. When he said I'll play Lorimbo, I thought, okay, maybe we'll get some fun games. Might have a good counter to something and steal a map. I did not think he was going to win the best of 5, but he is starting to turn me into a believer. It could still turn into a reverse sweep. We're not there yet. But this is actually pretty sick so far. Take a look at Cobble's profile, guys. I mean, he is 5,000 MMR. 5,000 obviously is pretty reasonable. I think 5,000 MMR with a little bit of prep and a heads up that you are playing a very different kind of Zerg. Not the barcode Zerg that is just going to play like Serral or Reynor. Or the barcode Zerg that has a read on you. Like, no, you've got a couple days to get ready for the man that is Lorimbo. Top 15 player, by the way, guys, in multiple games. Right now, Lorimbo's MMR 5,189. But I've seen Lorimbo as high as, I want to say 5,4. But maybe 5,300 MMR is his peak. But that difference between 5k and 5.3 is still, most of the time, is pretty significant. You've seen him at 5.8? Yeah, sure. Where did you go, the Rizzler? You were rizzling, mate, when you saw him at 5.8. There is no way. 5.8 is that's probably Fiont's account. Fiont used to have an account called Lorimbo. And if you played against 5.8 Lorimbo, then it's probably Fiont. 5.7 is actually really high too. Like, that is sick. How long ago was that, guys? 5.7 as peak is very impressive. Like, that's crazy that Cobble has taken the 2-0 lead against a guy that was 5.7, maybe not even mega long ago. He peaked during the Queen Walk era though. Does that count? Everything counts, mate. As long as we're not cheating, everything counts. I don't care about map pool. I don't care about balance. If you're playing fair, everything counts. As long as you're not barcoding. On a barcode, nothing counts. But if you're just playing whatever gimmicky, weird style you may love on your own real account, everything counts. Queen walking might count as cheating though. No, it doesn't. You are allowed to walk as many queens as you want to the other side of the map. It's not your fault Blizzard put it in the game.
Round 3. Fight!
Here we go. Can't believe it. Taking the 2-0 lead. Our French Protoss. The man who's went to a couple of Homestory Cups as a fan. Taking the 2-0 lead. He dropped the gauntlet. He said, Roddy, give me Lorimbo. I want Lorimbo. This is CobbleStone. Had a few days to get ready. And he's showing us the power of prep at the moment. I think he actually means this, by the way, guys. In the bottom right side, the man who was the favorite coming into this best of 5, and he's giving his friend and his opponent some honest kudos, saying that he's impressed by the prep that his opponent is showing so far. This is the Italian Zerg Lorimbo. Now he is pulling a bit of a mana, an old school mana, but he's like, man, you're doing good. Like, you're doing really good. Like, you're playing great. That's when they get you, guys. Once they start giving you those compliments, that's when they get you. Then I think it's fine, Rafi. I don't know if you're being serious or not. The answer is probably that you're not, because you never are. It's another very, I would say, strange opening, but I guess since it's Lorimbo, it's not that strange, because he's going very early pool, very early gas. And he's just gonna spam out links and the roaches early on. But CobbleStone has already scouted this. Lorimbo, are you sure about this build? Lorimbo says, yes, Roddy, I am sure. Alright. I do think it's important that CobbleStone... I almost wish that Cobble would have just gotten the Nexus, to be fair. Because if you get shield batteries, and there is no Nexus here, they start with half energy. And if they start with half energy, they get drained so incredibly quick. I would almost say, you may think that the Nexus is a bad investment, but I think the Nexus is a very good defensive investment. You serious? You can be serious. Oh, I know, I saw you. I saw you yesterday, Ravi. You were serious, and I had fun watching you. I was nice to you, Ravi, but you know that. I'm too nice to you for how much you troll me, to be fair. I do think what Cobble is doing here should technically be fine. It's a double gate setup. A bit of a shame that he wasn't building a stalker here. He's getting the backup pylon. He's got multiple shield batteries. Lorimbo, his overlord, I do think will live. It's a close call. No, it doesn't live. What the hell? The final shot. What are the range on these things? Mate, Lorimbo's in so much trouble. Hello? Guys? Lorimbo? Lorimbo? Now, I actually think that this start is a whole lot worse than the start of game 2. And I know that one wasn't ideal. But yeah, Lorimbo is going to see this and he's going to be like, what? Top 15 Stormgate and Zero Space player in serious trouble. Lorimbo said he's top 15 in the world in both games. And he's just getting started. CobbleStone is more than ready for the shenanigans that Lorimbo had prepared. I'm gonna get 6 shield batteries here. 3 triple Ravager, 18 Zerglings. Shield batteries are gonna run out of energy rather quickly. 1 battery is dead. Okay, I am a tiny bit worried, by the way, with Stalkers only against all the links. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate it, matey. The links are going to reveal themselves, but there is 1 more shield battery here that has plenty of energy. Lorimbo is going to try to break through, but they're really, I want to say no way. I mean, in the end, a couple of links do make it through, but we've got Stalkers for days, we've got shield batteries for days, and we have successfully managed to make sure that the gap is closed. But Lorimbo is in so much trouble that he may as well leave. But he left in game 1 and game 2, I wouldn't say early, but game 2 maybe was a tiny bit early. Couple moment. I wonder if that's the only thing. That was the only one. The shield battery blocked the Nexus. Lorimbo is gonna expand, but he's 10 workers behind. Is this the 3-0 for the French Protoss? That I don't think many of us really saw coming. I definitely didn't see this coming. But it turns out that if you get mentally ready for some Zerg cheddar coming your way for 3 days straight, you can defend like your MaxPax in his prime. You know what's really scary, guys? I don't even think we've seen his prime yet. That prime is still coming. And perhaps the same goes for Cobble. ESL Summer Spring Regionals. Eat your heart out. CobbleStone. Gonna duke it out with Spirit, Big Gabe, Clem, and Reynor. I believe. Imagine if Cobble lost this game and lost the series. That'd be very sad, and I would say at this point very undeserved. I have to say that this was not the most inspiring build or the choice of Lorimbo that I've ever seen, but it got scouted and he said, F it, I'm still doing it. You could give this game to Pi and he'd win as a Protoss. I'm not too sure about that actually. Zergling speed is ready. We only have three gates. I mean, I love Pi, but I think he'd have a hard time closing this one out. I love that Lorimbo, but he's still making units at this point. It's like, is there a moment where Lorimbo thinks that these shield batteries are stasis traps and they will just expire and they're gone and that's his moment? Like, I know that macroing when you're 10 workers behind is tough, don't get me wrong. But spamming roaches and ravagers to attack into 6 batteries that can now actually get overcharged? I feel like that's an even worse decision. Maybe indeed he's hoping for that move out, right? He's trying to, maybe he's just setting up the trap where he's like, alright, Cobble, what you should do here is apply some old school Wings of Liberty tactics and just move out with a couple stalkers and maybe a sentry or 2. And right when you're down the ramp, I'm going to surround your army, spam some corrosive balls, and then win the game. Yeah, that's an That's actually an alright play. I get what Lorimbo is doing. I'm just afraid for him that it's not gonna work. Not something that I can say or wanna say, Gemini. I like how Cobble is warping in a couple zealots. The man is one hold away from winning the opening series of the night, a 3-0. And I don't like 3-0s in the big brain bouts, but if it's the underdog who wins 3-0, I can live with it. And I don't know what you guys voted for in the end with your channel points, but can't really imagine that you guys put more points on CobbleStone than you did on Lorimbo. Cowboy is gonna get the scout of a lifetime, and he's like, cool, no lair. Alright, let me go ahead and take a look what my real Oracle can actually do. It is the world's the latest Stargate, but it doesn't matter. It's the correct call actually, and he's going to see 0 drones and more units being produced. And he's probably chuckling to himself at this point like, lol, what? You actually gonna attack me? And Lorimbo's like, yes mate, I tried to set up the trap. I tried to set up a bait. I was hoping for a move out. You just never moved out. CobbleStone is not just going to win in this edition of the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. CobbleStone is dominating Lorimbo. 3-0. The Italian Zerg and nothing really going his way. I mean, it looked kind of good in game 1. And that pretty much is all there was to it. GG. Cobble at 3-0 over Lorimbo. What a man. What a man. Actually, really impressive. Like, I would have a hard time 3-0ing Lorimbo, I think. I feel like Lorimbo is pretty dangerous. And I've had quite a few games where Lorimbo got himself omega far ahead against me. And once or twice, I think even won. So 3-0 for CobbleStone is very, very impressive. And you guys actually voted for him, 52%. Well, in my eyes, it's a big upset. I'm sure according to our legal act, it's a big upset as well. But CobbleStone gets the job done. Congrats. Congrats on the $60. Obviously, Lorimbo still gets 15 for playing. Interview? No, we have no time for interviews. The show must go on. On a different day, we can do an interview. The second series of the night is Luo Lys versus Azura. Luo Lys 5.3k finish. Azura 5.4k Italian P. Time to restore the honor to Italy. I don't know if they're quite ready yet. I'll go ahead and make the prediction slightly longer. If they are not ready, I can do a tiny interview. But I see Luo Lys here. Betting all the Roddy points on yourself. That is considered a crime, sir. Now we just need to find Azura. Azura's probably leathering. Didn't quite expect to be playing 15 minutes earlier. GG, Cobble. Impressive, mate. Actually, very impressive. I'm expecting you at this point in the ESL Spring Regionals.